somebody saying, and the witness saying it, that you actually hit the girl in the face.
That, oh my, what?
I did not hit her
That
in the
is
face.
so
Please don't take
untrue.
my dad away.
That's from her, they fought.
Easy,
Okay.
easy.
You see it? Are you recording it? Yeah, we're recording it. Yes. What the hell? I'm not. Get out the car, man. I'm trying. Get back over there now. Then you guys get out. Hold on. Now. I'm getting out. I'm not. You're under arrest. I'm not.
Strap in for this one. Right at the get-go, we meet a Florida woman, 58-year-old Susan Loren, who enters the courtroom with a bold plea of not guilty. She's accused of firing a shot at her neighbor, Ajika Owens, after a seemingly endless feud about kids playing near her property. The stage is set, the players are introduced, and oh boy, does it spiral from here.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Aggravated. A Florida woman accused of shooting her neighbor over a trespassing dispute pleads not guilty in court. All this as newly released body camera video gives us an inside look at a year-long feud leading up to the shooting.
You won't believe the backstory. The body cam footage takes us deep into a year-long squabble over an open field turned battlefield next to Lauren's apartment. Complaints about noise and disruptions were the daily norm, escalating tensions to an almost cinematic climax. This chunk of video lays out the ongoing beef and Lauren's repeated gripes to the authorities.
I don't know what his problem is. This guy in the next building. There's no trespassing signs. The kids have been out of control. They're screaming, yelling.
The body camera video also shows officials speak with the victim months before she's gunned down.
It's funny because I'm the one that never comes outside and says anything to her. But
58-year-old Susan Lorenz is now charged with manslaughter in the June 2nd shooting death of Ajika A.J. Owens in Ocala, Florida. Officials say Lorenz shot at Owens through a locked metal door over a disagreement involving Owens' children who'd been playing in an open field near Lorenz's apartment.
Oh, the drama intensifies here. As we dive deeper, we discover that Lauren wasn't just calling the cops for fun. She phoned the Marion County Sheriff's Department multiple times, venting about disturbances and accusing neighborhood kids of verbal harassment, including some choice name-calling. It paints a picture of Lauren's mounting irritation and sheer exasperation with the situation.
Leading up to Owens' death, Lorenz made more than a dozen calls to the Marion County Sheriff's Department about the so-called disturbances, claiming the children bullied her and referred to her as Karen.
I don't want to be intimidated by them screaming and yelling at me, telling me I'm a calling me Karen. They're calling me names. Really, we're going to, devolve to this simple bullying. I don't want to face this.
During this incident, Lorenz explains neighborhood children play near her rental apartment.
Things take a personal turn here. Lauren lays it all out about her health woes, specifically debilitating migraines she claims are triggered by the relentless noise from the kids. She talks about her need for peace and her struggle to find it, shedding light on her personal battles that intersect with the neighborhood drama.
For some reason, they love to play over here, my guys.
Probably because it's open.
I understand that. I have migraines, horrible migraines. I had a very bad car wreck. I had my neck fused. I need more back surgery. I don't want to hear these children. I've asked them, please, keep the kids away. There's other places they can play. They don't have to play here. They're screaming, yelling at me, telling the kids are not hurting anybody. The kids, they're not damaging anything. Well, they're damaging me because the migraines are so bad. Most days I could barely stand. I'm on Pyramate. I'm on Purasets. I'm on Sumatriptan.
This segment, absolute chaos. Another call from Lauren brings the deputies back, and they chat with the neighbors who seem to have their own take on the Lauren saga. The segment showcases a community at odds, split between sympathy for Lauren and frustration over her complaints.
They previously stole the trespassing sign.
But sheriff's deputies hear conflicting information when speaking to neighbors.
he'll even come outside and play football with the kids or play.
So I figure, well, if the cops are there, it's probably she keeps calling every time. I mean, it's just over stupidity. Literally, kids just going around. She keep posting signs over here. I mean, we all live here. Kids play over there. It's an open field, whatever. Keeps messing around with the kids, and the kids sometimes they start cursing at her, and I'm like, you know what? No, don't do that. You gotta respect her. She's an adult. You know what I mean? But she's not all there. And
Here comes the curveball. Deputies break down the trespassing laws for Lauren, explaining the do's and don'ts regarding the communal spaces around her apartment. This snippet clears up some legal fog, but also highlights Lauren's misunderstandings about her control over public areas.
I'm just telling you, it's trespassing. It's the first time's civil because it doesn't become criminal until they're real.
Okay, but he's already told them no trespassing. All right, and he's just trespassing right now.
During this conversation, a neighbor approaches officials while they're speaking with Lorenz. She then accuses him of trespassing.
He's just trespassing right now.
Can I talk to you when you get done?
He's trespassing right now. He's trespassing.
He came over to come ask us a question.
Feel the tension in this one. In a raw, unfiltered outburst, Lauren interrupts a deputy to make her case, pouring out her frustrations for all to hear. It's a poignant moment that captures her desperation and emotional turmoil.
When officials speak with the neighbor, he claims Lorenz may not be all there. Mid-conversation, Lorenz interrupts them.
This is just an open field. You know, it belongs to both property. You know what I'm saying? So if the kids want to play there, whatever. And that's what I keep telling her. Hey, as long as you don't get in her door, you don't start throwing rocks, don't be cursing at her. It's okay. She can call the cops whenever she wants. But and I was trying to reason with her one day because we were all playing here. You know, the kids, everything jumping. All right, let's go. And she's like, hey, you know what?
Get ready for some real talk. The kids get their say, alleging that Lauren slung some pretty harsh words their way. This part of the footage opens our eyes to the conflict from the children's point of view, adding layers to the narrative and making the feud even more complex.
Were you the guys that this lady was mad about?
Yes, and I just want to say that every time, like even if we're not...
Hold on. Let's bring it down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Every time, even if we're not on her property and we're just like being loud and playing basketball over there because of the basketball hoop.
I got you.
Like she just calls us names.
Okay.
Yeah, like literally, literally all the kids, because that's an open spot right there.
Yeah.
All that is not her property.
I got you.
The guy that I was just telling this officer right here, this guy has said numerous times, y'all come over here and play.
This next bit is a game changer. Ajika Owens shares a troubling encounter where Loren allegedly threatened her son, highlighting the emotional and psychological toll the ongoing feud has taken on her family. It's a powerful testament to the deep-seated impact of neighborhood disputes.
On one occasion, officials even speak with Owens after Lorenz accuses her children of bringing a dog near her property.
Aggravated.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, I've got young ladies who just keep coming by and think it's hysterical while I'm working to bring their animals and scream while I'm on the phone.
So we have a dog. My kids take the dog out. The other day she tells my son, I'm going to have you arrested.
We're at the climax now. The court scene is where all the drama comes to a head. Lauren stands firm with her not guilty plea in a packed courtroom, setting the stage for a legal showdown that promises more twists and turns.
You don't own this either. You're renting this just like I rent over here, just like they rent over there. You don't own this. You can't tell them technically if they're not in your personal space that they can't walk the dog or even throw their football over.
Lorenz appeared in court on Tuesday where she pleaded not guilty to the manslaughter charge. Right now, she's being held on more than $150,000 bond. Officials say she's likely due back in court in September. Reporting for Law and Crime Network, I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Can you believe how quickly this is spiraling? Officers are speeding to a disturbance call where a female officer is already wrestling with the chaos. The scene's got multiple young girls and at least one parent throwing punches in a fight. The police are zooming in to hopefully bring some peace.
We are on our way to a disturbance call. Sounds like we've got a couple of girls that have been in a fight.
Get out. And her and Mariah's arguing, and all of a sudden they're swinging, and then Mariah keeps in at her again, and I'm trying to get Mariah to, and that's where this pushing thing came in.
How did things go south this fast? A juicy conflict pops up with accusations flying as a parent is blamed for decking a girl right in the face. The accused is shocked, flatly denying the allegations, claiming it's all a big misunderstanding.
Somebody saying, and a witness saying it, that you actually hit the girl in the face.
Oh my, what?
Dad did not hit her
That is so untrue. That's from her, they fought.
Easy.
You gotta be kidding me.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Okay.
Talk about an emotional roller coaster. A kid is visibly shattered watching their dad get cuffed and stuffed, begging the cops to reconsider as the dad's taken away for the night. The little one stresses how this is totally not cool for them.
Have you got anything on you?
I have to, okay?
Not for the night. No, I love him so much.
I have to take
You have to take my dad away from me for a night.
I think it's real funny,
This is not good for me. I didn't break skin or anything, and look at me, I'm covered in blood, and I get my dad taken away.
And yes, it was mutual combat between the two of you guys, okay? She admitted to...
This confrontation just dialed up to 11. Officers lay down the law, explaining the charges to the bewildered parent who's adamant they didn't touch anyone.
We're going to take you for a simple misdemeanor assault and battery charge. Okay?
But I didn't do it.
Okay, well, and that's when you will have your chance in court to tell
So
the
I have
judge.
to get a lawyer? I'm arrested for hitting Mariah, and I didn't hit Mariah. Maryface want to hit her in the face. Maryface nosebleed, and I'm getting arrested.
No, don't touch me.
You wouldn't believe this throwdown if you weren't watching it. A heated recount of a neighborhood scuffle unfolds, detailing a messy brawl that escalated with parents jumping in and accusations of egging on violence. The description is chaotic, with fingers pointing in every direction.
Slow down, take a breath for me, okay?
Okay, she came to my house and she rang the doorbell and I came outside and slapped me across the face, so I dragged her to the ground, was walking away and she slapped me across the face, so I punched her and then I hit her in the nose. Dad drove up, got out of the car, pushed her against the fence and punched me in the face.
Things are heating up on a different front now. We switch scenes to where officers bump into a lady who seems to have forgotten her own name, or how to spell it at least. Amid suspicions she's involved in some shady dealings, the officers dig deeper, unearthing more than just a name mishap.
So you're gonna give me your real name now?
Tamara.
You just put her in your car for now so I can see what's going on over here. I'm sure they're here buying drugs. I found this in between the passenger seat and the center console, it looks like. Dawn, these pills over here by your seat, what are they? What are they?
Somas.
Did that just really happen? Amidst a tense search, officers uncover a stash of what seems like 1 million crack pipes, sparking a fiery exchange about who owns all this questionable paraphernalia. One suspect cracks under pressure, admitting they've been hiding one all along.
Okay, don't be running anywhere now.
I'm not gonna be running anywhere.
Okay.
And could I please get my keys and stuff in my purse?
Go ahead and get what you gotta
Okay,
get.
but just right. Can I get?
Well, go in the dock, go in the, okay.
No, what's that? Sorry.
Is there anything else in there?
Check the end, make sure we got a.
Other hand,
They took a hit.
other hand, yeah, there's residue all in there.
Okay.
Well, how long you known this girl?
3 months.
3 months?
Seriously, did that just happen? The video kicks off with a jaw-dropping view of a violent arrest in Colorado that's now snagged the attention of internal investigators. The guy getting cuffed is totally shocked by the aggression shown, voicing his disbelief at the intense measures taken.
Disturbing body camera video shows a violent arrest in Colorado, now the subject of an internal investigation.
This is ridiculous. Well, quit acting like an idiot. I ain't acting like nothing. I got a taser piece in my lip. You guys shot me right in the face.
This week, the Los Animas County Sheriff's Office announced it launched an investigation into the incident as first responders' use of force comes into question.
You won't believe the audacity. Just south of Denver by a few hours, Sheriff's Deputy Mikhail Knoll decides it's a good day to pull over Nathan Espinoza for cozying up too close on the road. The discussion heats up as Knoll breaks down the reasons for the stop, emphasizing the ice-slick roads and the potential dangers.
The incident happened on November 29th of last year, about 3 hours south of Denver in Trinidad, Colorado. Originally, Sheriff's Deputy Mikhail Noel pulled over Nathan Espinoza for following too closely to his squad car.
Windows frozen.
Okay, what's up? Deputy Noel with the Sheriff's Office. Let me get your driver's license ready. Pull that dog.
Allie, get back.
Just when you think it can't get any crazier, Kenneth Espinoza, Nathan's dad, rolls up to the scene. He steps into a fiery debate with Lieutenant Henry Trujillo, who's not having any of it, and suggests Kenneth hit the road. But Kenneth's not budging, insisting on staying near his son, which cranks up the heat between him and the officer.
Need to be behind this traffic stop?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
My son right there. He was following me to
Okay, he's on a traffic stop, though. You don't need to be behind it.
You gotta be mean.
Oh, I'm not being mean. We just don't like when people pull in behind us. That's what we get paid to do, to pull people over.
Well, you don't get paid to be a
You're and you don't either, okay? I don't got to put up with your Okay, I asked you a simple question.
Hold on, man.
In fact, you need to leave now or you're going to get charged. It's that easy.
The tension could be cut with a knife. Lieutenant Trujillo, trying to keep his cool, warns Kenneth to scram or face legal heat. The body cam catches every bit of their heated exchange as Kenneth stands his ground, questioning the cop's commands and claiming his right to stay.
You're not a cop. You don't need to be behind you. Okay? So you need to leave right now.
I don't need to do anything.
You
I'm
got
on a
5
public
seconds
street.
to leave. Okay? There's no reason for you to be behind this traffic stop.
Public street.
No reason.
Is
Okay?
this not a public
No
street?
reason.
Do I not pay
Okay?
taxes
Do you
for
always
this
stop
road?
behind cops when they? You need to go.
No, I
Okay?
don't. I'm waiting on my son.
All right,
He's
fine.
gonna ride back.
Hold your horses. This part is intense. The plot thickens as officers make the bold move to yank Kenneth from his car. As they try to shove him into the back of a squad car and he resists, the tasers come out.
Video shows officials tase Kenneth while attempting to get him into the back seat of a squad car.
Get out the car! Get out the car! Hey, Nate, do you see this? The f***ing car! Do you see this? You see it? Are you recording it? Yeah, we're recording it. Yes. What the hell?
No chill in sight. Amid the chaos, one officer threatens, "You're gonna get lit up," while they wrestle Kenneth into cuffs. He protests, claiming they're breaking his arm, showcasing just how rough things are getting.
Don't pull away from me. I'm not. You're gonna get lit up. I'm not. Okay, you're gonna get lit up. Hold on, I'm gonna get out. Get out the car. I'm coming. Then you guys get out. Hold on. Now. I'm getting out. I'm not. You're under arrest. I'm not. You're under arrest. Get out. Okay, guys. Put your hands behind your back. Down.
Are you still with us? Because it gets even more ludicrous. After stuffing Kenneth into the cruiser, the officers drag him back out to dig for his wallet. The encounter stays heated, with Kenneth pleading for gentler handling.
Oh, damn. Now.
But moments after Kenneth is seated in the backseat of the squad, he's pulled out once again.
You have your wallet on you? Don't do that, man. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna pass search you. Now get out. I got my wallet. Get out now. Get out now. Get out the car. Okay. This is how it's gonna work. Okay.
Can you handle more? Because here it comes. Kenneth calls out the excessive force used, notably that he was tased in the face, revealing the severity of the encounter. His frustration is loud and clear as he challenges the officers.
Kenneth can be heard saying the situation is excessive, arguing he was tased in the face.
Come on, guys, this is excessive. Stop. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Well, quit acting like an idiot. I ain't acting like nothing. I got a taser piece in my lip. You guys shot me right in the damn face.
Now for the moment of truth. The officers huddle up to hash out the tasing debacle, detailing their actions and Kenneth's reaction. This candid conversation sheds light on their perspective of the heavy-handed arrest tactics.
First responders then discuss the tasing incident before taking the father to jail.
We tried to get him out, and he was refusing, and then when we tried to put him in, he was refusing. So I tased him, but he fell back, so one hit him here, one hit him in the chin or something, so we'll have Matt come and take a look at him. And then I tried to get him out to pass search him and get his wallet because he wouldn't tell me anything, and then that's when you rolled up. I'm gonna get him over to the jail.
Strap in, because this is just the beginning. The video kicks off with a police officer recounting a bizarre incident involving a woman who not only behaved extremely rudely, but also nearly took a tumble several times. The officer explains that their main goal was to figure out if she actually belonged at the venue since she seemed quite lost. They tried to calm her down and suggested she head back to her room.
What's up, buddy? She was in here, proper grip, just being very disrespectful. She was like cursing at gas, almost fell, like she fell over there, but she almost fell over here. I grabbed her. We're just trying to verify if she is a guest here. We're trying to accommodate her, tell her, hey, go back up to your room, call her night.
You're not going to believe this next bit. The woman, clearly upset, challenges the officers, questioning why they're even there and adamantly claims she's innocent. Her frustration is palpable, as she feels overwhelmingly targeted by both the onlookers and the police. The tension in the air thickens as her attitude becomes more confrontational.
I have a question for you. So
are you Julia?
What the fuck are you guys like doing right here? Because I'm gonna get the up and leave if I see any more people surrounding this. And also, like, why are you surrounding me? Like, I've done nothing wrong, and like you're watching like football, like so.
Here's where things start to heat up even more. In a fiery exchange, the woman insists on talking to her boyfriend, convinced he's about to come to her rescue. Her irritation mounts as she repeatedly questions the police about their reasons for interrogating her, trying to justify her actions and deflect any blame. The officers patiently explain that her disruptive behavior is the reason for their intervention.
Hold on, we'll wait for
What are you
the
doing?
guest.
I need to talk to my boyfriend.
He's on the way down. He's coming downstairs.
Do you know? How do you know this?
Listen, miss, he's gonna meet you outside.
How do you know this?
I just talked to him.
Why are we talking to me?
Terry's coming right now.
Yes, why are we talking to me?
Because you're causing a disturbance, that's why.
Okay, why are we talking to me? Why are we talking to me? What have I done? What the f have I
Now, watch as the drama unfolds further. As the confrontation escalates, the police inform the woman that she is being asked to leave the property because she is unwelcome there. Despite her pleas for a valid reason, the officer reiterates that the decision comes from the property management. Her boyfriend finally shows up, and they are both told to leave immediately.
I'm staying here.
No more.
So why? Why?
No more.
Give me a reason.
They want you off the property, so leave the property.
Give me a reason.
I just told you. You gotta get off the property.
No, you did not
I did.
give me a
I did.
reason. You little. You did not.
Yeah, I did. They don't want you on the property. That's
Okay,
the reason.
so wait. The reason is they don't want me on the property.
Where's Jerry at?
So please, this is my boyfriend, right?
Jerry.
You need to get her.
She has to leave.
Take her out of here.
Yeah, off the property completely.
Off property.
Curious to see her reaction, the woman questions why she can't remain on the property, showing confusion and seeking justification for being kicked out. The officers clarify that they were summoned due to a disturbance she's suspected of causing, and that the property owners demand her removal. She is advised to quickly collect her belongings as they prepare to escort her off the premises.
Is there a reason why I can't be kept here on property? I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
They have the right to remove anybody from the
No,
property.
but I'm curious.
You don't have to do anything.
No, but I'm just curious.
We don't know why. They called us because of whatever disturbance you're causing, and they want you off the property. That's all we know. So that's it. So your boyfriend's gonna go get your bag and his bag, and then you guys are gonna leave.
The temperature's rising, and things are about to boil over. In a burst of defiance, the woman starts recording the officers with her phone, demanding to know their names for her records. The officers provide minimal information, focusing on managing the situation while she accuses them of being unhelpful and lazy. She continues to record, determined to document every detail of the encounter.
Who the f*** are you? Who are you? What's your name?
Smith.
I would like to know all of your
Smith.
names because I'm going to be recording them.
That's great. I just told you my name's Smith.
Yeah, I'm like recording it right now. So
Okay, cool.
Smith, and what's your other name? What's your actual
That's
name?
it. Smith is my name.
No, what's your first name?
You don't need my first name.
I actually do.
Okay.
I need to know your first name
I
and
just
your
told you.
second name. I need to know every name that it takes to. Yes, I do. I'm recording this.
Next up, things really start to spiral. As the woman resists the officers' attempts to subdue her, the situation escalates rapidly, leading to her being physically restrained. Given her continued resistance and aggressive demeanor, the officers decide to hobble her to prevent potential harm to herself or others. Her struggle doesn't ease up, even with the restraints.
Stand up.
Stand up then.
Get out of here! No!
Sit.
Pull it.
Get
So she does have a mental health
722 to 702.
Fasten your seatbelt for this wild ride. After a prolonged struggle, the woman is finally placed in the police vehicle, though not without significant effort. The officers struggle to get her into the car as she resists fiercely, screaming and protesting all the way. Once the door is shut, they decide to transport her to a detention facility for further assessment.
Close the door. Close the door.
Just bend her legs. Here. Yeah. Fucking down, bro.
All the way.
We need to transport her. We gotta get her ourselves.
Take her to county. Or take her to.
By myself?
Can you believe this? Joseph Seebach, the victim, shares his utter disbelief over the incident, describing it as a relentless nightmare that haunts him even in his dreams. This introduction sets the stage for the serious emotional toll it has taken on Seebach.
This is unbelievable.
A Florida dentist known for the quote, lightest touch, is arrested and charged for beating another man with a golf club.
This flashback, this nightmare or something where it's just coming back to me and it's awful and it wakes me up.
The victim, Joseph Seebach, sat down with Law and Crime Network to relive the traumatic event.
He started attacking me, hitting me, hit me with the golf club. I go down.
This is absolutely astonishing. The attack unfolded on April 30th at the Tranquil Harbor Hills Golf Course in in Lady Lake, Florida. Joseph and his wife were enjoying what was supposed to be a serene stroll through their gated community, a habit they picked up during the pandemic that was typically calm and mundane.
The incident happened on April 30th in Lady Lake, Florida. Sivak says he and his wife were walking through the Harbor Hills golf course, something they've done many times before.
Normally, we live in this gated community where there's homes built all along the golf course, and we live right on the 18th fairway, right at the 18th tee. And we lived here since May of 2016, so just about 7 years, literally since we moved here.
This next segment is simply mind-boggling. During their walk, the assailant, known as local dentist Eddie Orobik, snuck up on Sibak and his wife, belligerently demanding they vacate the golf course. The confrontation quickly heated up as Orobik launched into a physical and verbal tirade against Sibak.
But during this particular walk, a golfer approached him from behind.
So we're doing this and we're going out towards the end, and here's someone coming up behind us screaming and yelling and saying very angrily, get the F off, dropping lots of F-bombs, get off the golf course, get off this path, you don't belong here, just carrying on. I turn around.
The man, later identified as area dentist Eddie Orobik, allegedly started screaming at Sivak and getting physical.
Hearing this is downright terrifying. Things escalated when Orobik spat in Sibak's face and gave him a light whack with the golf club, standing nose to nose. This disgusting act of spitting coupled with the use of the golf club signaled a drastic spike in the confrontation, setting the stage for even more appalling events.
He literally stops and spits in my face, and he's holding a golf club in his right hand, and we're standing face to face, toe to toe, and he hits me, not hard, but he hits me more than a tap with the golf club. He hit me, he spit on me, and Lorraine's like, let's go, and he's just like jeering after he spit on me. So I thought that was an assault. So I hit him at that point with my fist, which had a plastic water bottle in it.
Listening to this is absolutely gut-wrenching. Amidst the chaos, Sibak's wife made a frantic 911 call, reporting that they were under attack right on the golf course. Her urgent pleas for assistance underlined the gravity of the crisis as she struggled to pinpoint their exact location for the dispatcher.
Stop it! Oh my God! They just won't stop! Okay, well, what's going on, ma'am? They're fighting with golf clubs, kicking the shit out of each other.
He started attacking me, hit me with the golf club. I go down at some point, and this is like one of the worst parts. I'm down on the ground because I think I turned around at some point to get away from him, and he hit me.
It's hard to grasp this magnitude of brutality. Orobik allegedly intensified his assault by continuously kicking Sibak while he lay on the ground, aiming at his ribs and chest. This relentless beating led to severe physical harm to Sibak.
On the right side, he was kicking me when I was on the ground, in the side, in the chest, in the ribs. So I'm pretty sure that's how I got it, because I remember getting kicked over and over when I'm on the ground, and I remember trying to grab his legs and take him down so he could stop kicking me, like pull him down to the ground. He just kept kicking.
According to Sivak, Orobik continued the beating even as he tried to leave.
As I would start to turn away, he would lunge, come towards me, holding the golf club up.
This segment is especially unsettling. As tensions soared, Sibak's protective instincts kicked in when he feared Orobik might target his wife. He swiftly placed himself between Orobik and his wife, pushing her back to safeguard her, illustrating his instinctive urge to protect her from danger.
He's sort of pleading at him to stop, and he goes and lunges at her. I'm like, you want to protect your wife, right? And I jumped in front of her and like pushed her back. I said, you are not going after my wife. You're not going to do that. I think he hit me again at that point. I think he swung at me again, and she just pulled me away, and we went, and she was calling 911 and screaming, to get away.
This instant is profoundly moving. Once the ambulance arrived, a touching scene unfolded between Sibak and his son JJ, who had just arrived for a visit. The visible concern and emotional strain were evident as JJ comforted his father, underscoring the personal and emotional toll this event has taken on the family.
When the ambulance arrived, Sivak had an emotional moment with his son.
And JJ is running down, and right before the ambulance leaves, he grabs my hand. He's like, I love you, Dad. And it's like, it's going to be all right. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, JJ. I haven't been home in so long, and this happens.
Meanwhile, his son took video of the scene.
They just kept kicking him in the ribs.
After he was on the ground.
After he was on the ground. And it was really not a nice way to fight.
This turn of events is startling. Eddie Aerobic was finally arrested and taken into custody, facing several charges related to the incident. His arrest introduced a legal repercussion to the day's events, although the emotional and physical wounds persist for Seabach and his loved ones.
This is unbelievable.
All right, reason you're being arrested, okay? Yeah, you guys got into a mutual combat, okay, argument or whatever, all right? But evidence and witnesses have posted that you started the physical portion of it, okay? Hence the reason why you're being arrested, okay?
Seabach says he sustained multiple injuries, including 3 broken ribs and broken bones in his face.
Probably can't see it, but this ear is all messed up. There's like 40 stitches in it, and the earlobe, it's really awful. It's gross. It was hanging off. And
this reflection is profoundly distressing. In the aftermath, Seabach ponders the severe alterations in his life post-attack, questioning whether he will ever feel secure again in what was believed to be a safe neighborhood. His ongoing physical discomfort and psychological distress depict the enduring effects of such violent occurrences.
it's just awful, man. I don't know if we'll ever feel safe again. And my wife's, just trying to be strong, but she's the one that had to see all this, and see me like this and, go through all this with me.
Seabach tells Law and Crime Network he has a long road to recovery that could take months. Aerobic was arrested and charged with aggravated battery and has since been released on $5,000 bond.
Buckle up, because things just got wild. DUI charges are dropped against Manatee County Commissioner George Cruz after he supposedly turned his truck into a tree while allegedly tipsy near his home.
DUI charges are dropped against a Florida County Commissioner who is accused of drunkenly crashing his truck into a tree near his home.
He is a county commissioner, FYI. So that's why she's going to be very political with you. Very polite, just take it for a grain of salt.
In an unexpected plot twist, Commissioner Cruz, post-April 2022 crash, seems more puzzled than a tourist without GPS. Speaking with that unmistakable, had a few slur.
He was obviously drinking.
After the April 2022 crash, Manatee County Commissioner George Cruz is seemingly confused, speaking with slurred speech.
So you're saying that somebody was going around you?
Somebody cut, our whole road's being ripped up. So
Right.
they try to curve around me, so I hit my brakes and I just swerved over it.
As the camera rolls, we see Cruz's truck cozying up to a tree in Bradenton, Florida, with cops and paramedics piecing together this roadside riddle.
Body camera video shows a sheriff's deputy approach the scene in Bradenton, Florida, where Cruz's crashed Ford F-150 is spotted wrapped around a tree.
Ended up hitting this, and his airbag went off, and so now he's kind of a little out of it.
Video shows first responders speaking with Cruz's wife, who says she was following his truck in a separate vehicle when her husband crashed.
Things heat up as first responders chat with Cruz's wife, who was tailing him in another car and saw the whole shebang.
That's my car, and I just kind of slammed on the brakes. I didn't see anything that happened. I have absolutely no idea.
Okay. Let me talk to him real quick. What's his name?
George Cruz?
Before she leads the sheriff's deputy to her husband, Cruz's wife seems concerned about someone reporting the crash in the first place.
Did somebody call you?
Yeah. The whole neighborhood. I'm working the special detail in here, and everybody keeps driving up to me.
Zoom in on Cruz, who's sporting the classic "I might be tipsy" look with glassy eyes and mush-mouth speech, straight out of a cop show blooper reel.
Next, Cruz audibly slurs his words. A report noted Cruz had, quote, glassy eyes, slurred speech, clammy wet skin, and droopy eyelids following the crash.
So you're saying that somebody was going around you?
Somebody cut, our whole road's being ripped up. So
Right.
they try to curve around me, so I hit my brakes and I just swerved over it.
Amid the chaos, EMS is called to check on Cruz, highlighting the seriousness of his tree-hugging incident.
The sheriff's deputy then asks for Cruz's license and says paramedics are on the way.
All right, we got EMS coming to check you out, okay? All right, so just stay in the car for me. Do you have your license on you?
I don't need EMS.
Well, we'll have them at least come check you out. Airbag deployment and stuff like that, you want to have them at least looked at.
I live a half mile from this house.
All right, just hang out for me, okay? I'll be back with you in a second.
Speaking over the radio, the sheriff's deputy reports Cruz doesn't appear to have any injuries.
10-4, I was trying to raise you. EC
She's asking what injuries there are with that gentleman.
In a desperate bid, Cruz's wife wants to whisk him away home to chill out, spotlighting the messy mix of personal and political stakes.
Yes, in fact, our daughter just drove by with her soccer teammate and she got all freaked out.
Go ahead and call a tow truck. Start getting that on the way.
Next, Cruz's wife asks whether she can take her husband home.
Can I bring him home so he can settle down and then I'll handle this tow truck situation?
We're right here on date. This is date.
The deputy lays it out plain. Cruz seems smashed, but nailing DUI charges is tricky with no eyeballs to swear they saw him drive.
Are you? The dude friggin' crashed into a tree? Did he listen to the road? No, he's drunk. Just can't do a DUI because nobody can put him behind the wheel. When I got here, he was in his wife's car.
The sheriff's deputy then appears to assess and investigate the scene.
Dude, he just missed his tree. I'm trying to figure out if he...
For the first time, the sheriff's deputy then discusses the possibility that Cruz may go to jail.
You understand your husband could go to jail for intoxicated driving, so you need to just talk to him about that. He's obviously impaired. It's obvious. This kind of crush depth for this kind of crash, he was not doing the speed limit that this road requires.
Wrapping up, the deputy points out the big legal shadows looming over Cruz, stressing how this tipsy escapade could have turned into a full-blown blockbuster scandal.
You'll just have to stay and wait for the tow truck to get here and pull the car off. There's no property damage or anything, so Greyhawk doesn't even have to be involved. So it should just be you and your insurance at this point.
Months after the crash, the state's attorney's office announced Cruz would be arraigned on one DUI charge. He later pleaded not guilty. But just this week, the state announced it would drop that charge. A judge had previously ruled the body camera video from the crash scene could not be used in Cruz's coming trial.